So VR's there, but we had a demo from the people at Naughty America. Have you ever heard of that?
I think this ties into what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. So they're a pornography website and production company, and they had a demo that they cut for us that was as SFW.
They cut it for you.
So the demo that they'd been doing was straight up hardcore porn.
I see.
Okay.
And they cut us a VR demo that was like borderline safe for work.
Well,
And
you shouldn't have
fully.
it. You shouldn't actually show. I mean, it's VR. No one's going to see.
Well,
Your headset
it's
on.
just you, right?
It's just you.
No, we saw like a live feed of what our guy on stage was.
I see.
And it was intense. Like it's being able to look around in a porn scene,
are they
and
polygonal
you
people?
believe that you are.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
What's that?
video, right? It's all
video,
3D.
or-
It's video, but you are basically in this situation the guy.
How do you do that?
So what
So
they
go ahead.
you go ahead.
What's the suit look like?
Well, it's not a suit. It's just the what?
No, when you're
No, they're not. They don't do the haptic suit with the porn yet. They haven't figured out how to do that yet.
It's not like
All
Minority
right,
Report.
that's a disappointment, but that's not necessarily.
Wait, just wait.
That's okay. And
How-
then
you got
no,
time? You got
what
10
is
years?
what does the bone-in look like? Is there somebody wearing like an IMAX 3D fully like a Google Street View helmet while they're boning?
So in this specific situation, you're the guy's head.
Yeah.
You have his POV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
You are
Keep
the
going.
hero
Yeah.
of this journey.
And you could look around in
Right.
this porn scene that's
so
going
it's
on.
live action though, right?
It is.
So it must be filmed in some kind of like
It's
180 degree.
It's 360, but yeah.
But the people can't do that with their heads.
Yes, they can. You go up, down.
You're doing it wrong.
Behind you, just like
Yeah, you can turn around.
and then you look back down, and the woman's face is just freaking the fuck out. Like,
You're over here fucking Beetlejuice head spinning and fucking you're just like, let's go.
That's that dirt I'm into.
Oh my god, I'm screwing a
shame
demon! I'm screwing a demon! No, it's not like that.
Listen, we role play sometimes. It's nice.
Yeah. Look, whatever gets you off. Seriously.
So,
listen, I just want you to turn your head 180 degrees.
Just turn it 180 degrees.
Just listen, it's a thing I do.
If you do 181, that would be even better.
That's, just keep going.
Just keep going.
that extra degree puts you over
so
the
you
I
look
want to see a little
around.
bit of your ear.
But you look around while you're having virtual sex.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a good thing.
I mean, if you want that.
It is for VR,
Look,
right? That's the
porn industry gets, for whatever reason, credit with like innovating.
VHS instead of the Betamax. Like that's all.
Oh, I
porn
get it.
is what
Compression
they say.
technologies,
CD-ROMs, dude.
How to yeah. The
So-
All interactive.
thumbnails when you roll over them, they're
what?
ahead.
Yeah,
They are on game
People give a shit. They do.
about sex.
Platforms don't become viable until porn seizes on it.
That's right.
People care. People really like that story we did.
People want to fuck. Digitally.
Hey,
People,
man.
I
No,
learned
no.
something at CS. People are really interested in all the tech that you can fuck.
People are
Yes.
horny.
It's a big deal.
Listen, I'm not.
I see XCOM
hey,
too. People are horny.
Hey,
The thirst is real.
Get your bone
And it is
on. I
spectacular.
am not, Chris. I'm just trying to get a better.
Bone on?
No, you said it. That was
Yeah.
gonna,
Who's not trying to?
So I'm just saying, like, what's the? I'm trying to think of the appeal.
There's
of,
got to be a better way.
There's got to be a better way because, like you're not controlling anything. You're just looking.
It's right.
It's not interactive.
It's not interactive.
Look,
the only interactivity is that you can decide where
Well,
in the scene to look.
They've
interactive.
They've essentially
Like,
they-
do you get your head? Can you move your head down and
no,
up?
it's like a
Just turn like a pivot.
yeah. It's you know.
So, like, you,
There
on
are
the left,
limits
is there
to
like
the
a football
technology.
game on or something? Like, what are you looking at?
you're looking at
Like, what's
It's
checking
the
out the room?
atmosphere.
the
Vinny.
idea they're trying to immerse you in a space where you are having sexual intercourse, and in order to feel that space, you have to be able to look around and understand your environment to feel it, like you are in that shitty warehouse.
Yes.
That you have to feel the shitty air, like the cold air
Yes.
blowing on you while you are in this terrible warehouse on
left,
this
you remember you
soiled
haven't-
mattress having sex.
You haven't watered the plant. You look to your right. Your cat comes in. That's kind of awkward.
Right.
It's great.
I know, like that's like I feel like they're doing all the things except the sex. I'm like, oh man, I'm looking around and seeing this guy's got
Jimmy
like, copies.
Kimmel's on in the background. You don't know why.
This guy's got Bill O'Reilly's book over there, fucking like Ayn Rand, and like I'm not really sure what I got into right now. I think I just should leave. I think
There's like this weird Klaus Kinski poster on the like. You don't know why. He's just staring at you, staring a hole in you, and it's just terrifying.
Look over to your left. There's just a roommate up against the wall. Just hell yeah.
Hey yo, we're out of milk, and then it just wanders out.
Sorry, guys. Haha.
Or just not saying anything, just staring there.
Yeah.
Just- You just look away. You can never look that way again. Outside the right window, it's just construction guys. Just kind of keep doing what you're doing.
Good job,
Good job. Like, this is the worst experience.
All this is just an escalation of the already existing genre of POV porn. That was a thing that has existed for years and years, and they've now tried to. They're more heavily immersing you in that weird, uncomfortable space.
As you ask, like, okay, this is the furthest. Like, so right now
We're in it. Let's just talk.
Like,
yeah, we're already
in
here.
it. So the best we have right now is streaming internet porn, right? Like that's the best we have. That's the best we can offer.
The aliens are laughing at us right now.
So
but
like,
yes.
I guess. I mean,
if we're talking,
best.
if we're talking strictly about consuming pornography,
I don't think that's the best.
I don't think it's the best.
Not
Let's
going to like a brothel. I'm saying,
well, I mean, if we're talking,
no,
we're
no,
talking
no.
the best in terms of like access and what you can
Technology.
find on the internet. The technology advancement has reached the level of you can find it just about anywhere.
Right.
Sure.
So now the next step is, now we want to like virtually insert you.
We want to re-specialize.
Yeah, I guess,
we want
right?
to re-specialize what pornography is. We want to give it like here's what next level porn looks like.
Of course.
The next generation of pornography.
And Naughty
immersion.
America is leading that effort. They offer VR
pay you
porn
to say that.
already.
If it wasn't them, it would be someone else.
Yeah, like they're the like. And
I'm sure they have
that's why they're there.
Yeah.
That's why they're
I
there.
am only saying, as somebody who's played a lot of video games,
And watched a lot of porn.
and as somebody who's watched a lot of porn, when you give the user control,
It breaks.
it's when it all falls apart. It's when you don't render what's behind the under the shoe. You want to see the bottom of the avatar's shoe? It's gonna break.
Right.
You want to look to the left? You shouldn't look that far.
There are going to be new challenges.
Yeah.
but that's
and the
kind of
brightest
exciting.
minds in America are going to
exciting.
work on them.
You want a complete experience. You want to be completely immersive. You want the gone home of pornography.
Pornography. I'm saying pornography is going to get too expensive. I've seen this happen with video games because they're going to have to film in a whole room now.
Once Unity can push to VR, and I think it might already be able to, the tools will be cheap enough.
Yeah.
To get.
But here's the thing: they don't have to do any of this digitally. They're already doing it with video. Why would they go to digital when they already had
I'm not saying that, but in a traditional porn set, you can control the angle so you don't see the like food cart. Off
Well,
to
you
the
just
side.
you have to exert greater directorial control
it's
over
gonna
the
be-
entirety of the
know.
environment. Then, and that is challenging. But I think
You have to have a real room.
That's why it's next level.
I welcome that.
That's
kind
why
of
it's next
challenge.
gen.
And right now, porn is free. It's very free.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
I like what happens when it's
It's like the music industry.
when
Well, it's almost worse than the music industry because at least the music industry had lobbyists that were acting on their behalf to try and rein that stuff in. It's like nobody wants to be the people who are working on behalf of the porn industry, so that doesn't happen.
But the challenge they're going to have is the adoption rate of like. Hey, I'm gonna Hey, listen, I gotta go pee real bad. You see my VR headset? I'm gonna go hit the bathroom. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
You're a dumbass. No, I think.
What are you gonna do?
you hit pause.
Yeah, like
No, I'm saying like, how are you gonna go like sneak one out like somewhere in like
you go back to the old school. Okay.
No one is saying this is going to replace the current model.
It's like phone cameras. It's not going to replace the SLR.
Yeah.
It's not going to replace
the core model of
compliment.
masturbation will not change.
Yeah, you will not masturbate.
That's what they promised.
There's some other technologies on show that I'm sure suggest that the core concept.
We're not
of
trying to
This is
take
high-end
away-
masturbation for at least the first few years.
Don't worry,
This
we're
is for the wealthy.
We're not trying to take away
Isn't it
your
always?
masturbation.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just trying to make it safer.
I'm just. It sounds complicated. This sounds
What
complicated.
if it just pushes though towards like a more holistic, like Lars von Trier, Dogma 95, like real, like low key, naturalistic. Everything is
That's
just
not where I thought you were going to go with that.
No?
That's a little rough. Like you want documentary, like you want embedded porn,
Embedded
just like
porn.
like there just happened to be a camera here
on my face.
on my face.
my face just happened.
This
to be
wasn't a
camera.
setup.
This
This
wasn't
is
a
just
setup.
real.
It's just real.
Yeah.
And just like lots of really stark, unpleasant scenery,
Right.
and just just
But it
everyone's
could be nice. It
miserable
could be nice.
and
It could
angry.
be, it could be like very loving and very.
Yeah, what if it's like an
passionate.
hour and a half of just like you're at work,
Right.
That's how
It's
the
the
scene
whole
starts,
buildup.
and then it's shitty day.
You're
and then, like,
texting.
you're like, hey,
You've got this shitty job as a cable guy. You have to go to all these
Yes.
different houses before you get to the apartment complex where the three weird nymphs are like, "Oh yeah, the cable's broken. Also, we're naked." Like but you
what I'm
have like
talking
3 hours of buildup before you get there.
And then they actually turn around and be like, no, I was here for the cable sim.
And it's just like, before that, it's just hours and hours of guys who look like Barth from You Can't Do That on Television just yelling at you because they can't watch their sports. Oh, it's just a nightmare.
But then during that nymph scene,
man,
that guy takes off the virtual headset and he's just at home.
Also
masturbating.
Yeah.
It's like layers and layers of porn.
At some point, you don't actually know how to get out because you're so many layers deep that you don't even know what reality is anymore.
This is the thing we joke.
VR was a mistake.
If we go down this road, this VR road.
We're down it. Dude.
Yeah, there's no going back.
If we continue going down this road, we're going to start getting things that are in this weird middle ground of like, oh, this is like a VR movie from first person. This is like Strange Days. Like everyone is just, you're the main character in this movie. You're going to watch this person's life.
Yeah.
And like part of that's going to be fucking.
Yeah.
And like that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, being John Malkovich was truly a pioneer in this entire medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that scene in that movie where he's just like buttering toast.
Yeah,
that's it.
Nothing in the world would make me happier than a Charlie Kaufman VR game. I would love to see what presented with that kind of technology, what that wackadoo motherfucker would churn out.
He's doing puppet fucking.
Claymation.
Wait, really?
Anomalisa has some of that.
It?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it this weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a thing.
All right, let's not talk about porn for a little bit.
Okay.
Impossible.